Greetings, everybody. This is your bro Zo here at Dojo, Atlanta's finest Shotokan karate dojo. I've basically been going this dojo since like 2005. I used to think I was kind of tough. I used to wrestle in high school. I had my little fights throughout the days. I was walking down the street one day and I saw this sign that said Dojo Shotokan. So I said to myself, maybe I need to strengthen myself out. So I walked in and saw this man about yay high, and he just said, "You should come back and check it out," which I did. For about a year, I stayed with him training because of my work schedule, just me and him training. And I just started learning how to move myself, how to. I just started gaining a lot more confidence in a lot of aspects. Like I said, I thought it was tough because I wrestled. One day, about a year after I started training, his son came in and basically beat the hell out of me and humbled me to the point in which I realized I had a very long way to go. And I used to literally have to, and I tell Sensei all the time, I dreaded coming into training because the training was so brutal. I had to force myself to come in here. But every single time I did that, it just made me stronger and stronger. And now, and through the training sessions, everything that martial arts has done for me, it has basically given me confidence in which I can basically conquer almost anything that I put my mind to. Sensei always says things like, I don't care if the guy's Shaquille O'Neal size, you can't show me you're afraid of him. And a lot of these things I learned through life. A lot of these life lessons that I've learned, and I've implemented them in life. I can't say so that this is the best experience I've ever had in my life, honestly, to make me a better person. So basically, I'm going to let you talk to Sensei Chapman. He's going to kind of explain some about the dojo, and I'm going to put all that information in here so you can check out and come on out to the dojo, check it out. Tell them that your bro Zo sent you, and again, we'll get on the mats and get some grappling in, some striking in, and see you at the gym.
My name is Richard Chapman. I'm chief instructor of Dojo Shotokan Karate. I've been in karate since January 9th, 1962. Really, this is something I always wanted to do. When I was a kid, I used to read comic books. And in each comic book, there was an ad, Fear No Man, with judo or jiu-jitsu. I had a stack of comic books that high, and I found out real quick that you can't learn karate from a comic book, so I sought out the South Jersey Karate Club in Camden, New Jersey, and I've been with it ever since. I come from a football family. My father wanted me to play football. I said, Dad, the water boy is bigger than me. So I got involved in karate. I can't hit a curveball. I'm too short for basketball, and I'm too small for football. This is what I've been doing for the past 56 years. I started out, as I said, in South Jersey Karate Club under Leslie Zafar and Sensei Okazaki. And it's something that has been, that I love for a long time. I would suggest to anybody who gets involved with karate, you may not be in it for as long as I have, but at least get as much out of it as you can. Because I wish I could have $5 for everybody who said to me, I wish that I had stayed in Taekwondo or karate or judo. Because you really don't realize the benefits of it until you get out of it. Right now, I'm teaching in Atlanta, the Dojo Shotokan Karate. The dojo originally started in 1955 or 1959 by George Cofield and Thomas LePuppet. I went to college with William Swift, who was the original member of the Dojo, and we asked LePuppet's widow if the name had been used. She said no, so we decided to revive it again. We have a great group of students here. Everybody helps each other, and our school is a little bit different than most schools. We emphasize more of a self-defense aspect. There's nothing wrong with the martial sport, but ours is more self-defense. I would say if you look at our dojo, we're unique because we have a hard floor for kicking and punching, and then we also have a soft floor for grappling. Now, a lot of people don't realize that there's always been grappling in karate. For example, I was in Barnes & Noble one day, and a guy said to me, "You study martial arts?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What style?" I said, "Shotokan." He said, kicking and punching, front kick, counter punch. And I said, "That's all you think we do?" He said, "That's all I see you guys do." And I had this business card in my wallet. And I said, "Well, here's what I teach. Punching, kicking, striking, grappling, joint locks, weak points of the human body, throws and takedowns, ground fighting. This has always been in karate. But once you made karate into a sport, they decided to take all these things out. And once you do that, it's like taking the fangs out of a cobra. You don't have a cobra anymore. You have a garter snake. We also have a lot of things here that we hit. We like to hit things because once you hit air, you get used to hitting air. But you really don't realize how good your technique is until you actually hit a bob, actually hit a makawar. We have 2 makawars. We have 4 bobs. We have 2 Wing Chun dummies. Everything is designed for power. Just because you hit somebody doesn't mean that they're going to go down. You must have power, and that's where that comes from. I would suggest to anybody who wants to learn self-defense, come here. But before you do, go around to few different schools and ask them questions about what they teach, how often they teach it, and really how effective they are. Get yourself involved in the introductory class. Look at the style of martial arts that you're taking, and also look at the teaching style of the instructor. Because if you don't like the instructor, you're not going to join. Okay? So I would say, look at every type of martial arts you can. Some people are more adapted to the kicking and the punching. Other people are more adapted to the grappling. Remember one thing, styles don't win fights. People win fights. So all I can say is, look for what you need, stay with it, and keep training. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Pernell Rachel, Cadillac the Warrior One here. I want to talk about my home dojo. The best dojo in Atlanta. I'm not bragging, I'm telling the truth. More truth. Sensei Richard Chapman, one of the cleanest, more precise teachers in the world. I've come across other people who, once they figure out what dojo I go to, they say, oh, yeah, he's a real teacher. He's a real Shotokan. He really knows what he's talking about. To be straightforward, he teaches you how to deal with all situations. It's a street fighting school. He allows us to go do some sport competitions. Thanks to him, I just won my first sanctioned kickboxing match. Spinning hook kick, first round knockout. Guess who I came a hug? Him. You know what I mean? My teacher has given me more than some people I've been knowing all my life have. Honestly, if you want to come to a school where you're going to learn how to hit, possibly get hit, if you don't move your head, step out the way, listen to somebody scream at you so you get used to the people screaming at you in the real world, come here. That's the truth. I mean, he may have a big mouth, but it's all to make you stronger. Welcome to Tone Dojo. One of the greatest schools in Atlanta. There's a lot of great schools in Atlanta. This is a real fighting school. Come on in, sign the waiver. We love you. All right. The future champion.